regenerate your body is very, very important because if you look at your car, no matter what brand of car you have, if you not change the oil, well, meaning if you're using oil, right? If you not maintain the car properly, no matter how, you know, good is your car, it will break down. You can't use it if you don't do a proper maintenance. Our body is our real vehicle that carry us everywhere. And a real and best way to take care of it is to constantly cleanse from all the things that are not good, detox, removing toxins, nourish, provide much nourishment, and then regenerate. We recycle very often. The body you have today is not the same body you have 10 years ago. Even your bone recycle. Even your very bone. So the first we talk about 8 channels of elimination that we should cleanse. I ran through them yesterday too fast. But the very first 4, I think that was okay. The last 4, I will go over them a little bit. And then we're going to put it together. And God willing, we'll have much time to interact. We can keep ourselves healthy if we can cleanse. Number 1. Number 2, detox. Number 3, nourish. Number 4, regenerate. It will help you to slow down aging, to prevent disease, especially degenerative disease and chronic diseases. So it's very crucial that we understand the steps and how it really works. Now, all of this will be applied to your whole being, your physical, mental, and emotional. Some of us we need emotional cleanse and detox. We can be in very abusive marriage life, for example. And over the year, this will damage you very much. If a stress in the marriage is continuing, over the time will create a lot of emotional issue. If you're diabetic and you live in a stressful marriage life, you may never recover from. Why? Anytime you are under stress and anger, you're going to release more cortisol and epinephrine, also called adrenaline. This will trigger more insulin. At the same time, it makes your cells and tissues insensitive to insulin. So they're not going to be taking, insulin will not be allowed to bring sugar into the cells or into the tissue. And that will becoming a serious issue. You will not be able to control your sugar. Stressful life, stressful marriage life, and most of the time it's not because you're living with a bad person. Sometimes because we are not humble enough ourselves. We are not forgiving enough. We are not Christ-like enough. And this can create a serious emotional issue over the time. It can be mental and even spiritual because unforgiveness can step in. So by next week, God willing, we will get to the details of how do we really, really detox our whole being, physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. So yesterday I went through, let me see, colon, liver, kidneys, and lymphatic system yesterday. Today I'm going to go much more through the cell membrane, blood, lung, and skin. We'll spend more time on it because yesterday I rushed too much on the last 4. Okay. Forgive me for that. All right, we stop right here, but I spent enough time to explain things. But from the cell membrane, it was too quick. Your cell membrane is a very active membrane. Let's look at an example of sugar. When you eat food right now, the food digested, let's say it's a rice. Most of it will be digested and converted into simple sugar called glucose. To get that glucose into your cells, you are going to need insulin. And the insulin will be attached to the insulin receptor. So where do we get the insulin receptor? Right here on the cell membrane. It's the insulin receptor from the cell membrane that will allow the insulin to be attached to it and also attached to the sugar molecule and get it into the cells. So the very moment the cell membrane is compromised, we have a problem. For example, when you have bad cholesterol or mucus built around the cell and clog up your insulin receptors, what's going to happen? Your insulin cannot be attached to the insulin receptors. Then sugar stay in the blood and sugar level will be very high. Same thing for example, the T3 from your thyroid. The thyroid gland secrete let's say 75% of them of T4 and only no 85% of T4 and 15% of T3. But the body will convert the cell need a T3. So there is a need of a constant conversion of T4 into T3. You're gonna need the liver, you're gonna need your gut, and all of that are involved. About 60% of conversion of the T4 into T3 is done by the liver. More than 20% is done in your gut. Now, when you have the final result is a T3, your cell membrane can be resistant to T3 when you have some severe heavy metal intoxication. And your thyroid issue will not be free. You can take the best medication on earth. Your thyroid issue will continue. And the doctor might focus on the thyroid to give you more things for the thyroid to function better, iodine, and more stuff to come. Until you detox the body, detox the cell from heavy metal, you cannot reverse your thyroid issue. You're going to stay like that, and it can become a problem, big one, even thyroid storm that is actually deadly. So cell membrane is a very vital part of your whole being. It's a very, very important to understand the detail of how cell membrane really function. Another example, you have about 50% of the cell membrane is fats. And if you are consuming oil that are rich in omega 6, it's going to start storing a very bad quality of energy in your phospholipid at the level of the cell membrane. Over the time, you're going to start feeling very exhausted, always tired. You can rest whole day, you wake up tired still. It's because your cell membrane are very badly charged. Your phospholipid are not functioning right because of the bad quality of fat you are consuming. So there is so much to talk about. You can spend a whole day on the cell membrane alone. But the simple idea here is let us protect it. That's it. It's so important. Let us protect the cell membrane, cleanse it, detox it, remove everything that needed, that it can function properly because it have a vital functions. Now, in the detox or cleanse and detox process, the body goes through this thing constantly called autophagy, especially when you are not eating, when you are in a little fast. When you are fasting, this is what the body is doing. We show you the cell before, the lysosome right here. And then you're going to have autophagosome. Autophagosome is made this way. In autophagy, a membrane form and engulf component of the cell which will be broken down. So all the garbage in the cell all engulfed into the autophagosome, and then the lysosome will participate. Now you're going to have the autophagosome will fuse with the lysosome, which release lysosomal enzyme. The enzyme will start to digest and which will degrade the waste product. And this is going on constantly in your body. Constantly. The body is constantly cleansing and detoxing, removing stuff to some extent, but it still need your help. That's why fasting at least once a week is a very, very good for your body. It really helps the body to get rid of all like a lot of stuff. Unnecessary fat will be digested. A lot of toxin be removed. Uh, too much thing stored in the liver. There's so much going on when you fast. So fast is not just for spiritual benefit. It's a great medicine actually. All right. At the cellular level also. Yeah. So the cell membrane, to keep it healthy, we need healthy fat, healthy proteins, and much more. You gotta avoid heavy metal in your system. Very, very important. So we use a few herb and also we change our diet. So omega-3 rich oil will be much beneficial to have a healthy cell membrane. A great source of protein will also be good to repairing your cells membrane, and much more. Few herb here that are going to help to cleanse the cell membrane from mucus and bad cholesterol, and then also detox the heavy metals. So we have herb called hydrangea. For those who will be curious, we will see in future how and where you can get this thing for yourself and do some program for yourself. God willing, next we're going to have enough time to go in detail what to do, where to get a help from, where to buy it from, how you can really take care of yourself. We're going to go through that next week, God willing. Okay. So you have a producer, Sapo, CMOS, Blessed Cell, Sage, and Blue Velvet, just few. Okay. Chaparral can be a great help also. So that is about the cell membrane. Now the blood. When we take a blood and put on a microscope, you're going to be surprised to see a horrible thing in the blood. Undigested protein, free radicals, so much stuff in your blood, even parasite in the blood. You cannot imagine things we carry in our blood. And the Bible says that the life is in the blood. So if the life is in the blood and the blood is polluted, then we have a problem. Life will surely be slowed down and be shortened. Keep your blood cleansed. If you want a nice skin, okay, you want to have a very glowing skin, cleanse your blood, cleanse your liver. It will be reflect on your skin. People are very busy buying the best lotion possible. Oh, yes, you're doing good job, but it's not enough. Cleanse your blood, cleanse your liver. Plus, whatever else you are doing, you will see the result much better, much effective, much efficient. So we got to cleanse our blood very much. And yes, I think well, yesterday or before yesterday, we are not breathing properly. You see what I see right here? I'm using just about half of my lung, not my full lung. But you sit on the desk working a whole day, you are not fully breathing. You just compare the way you breathe when you run and the way you breathe when you sit down. A complete different way of breathing. You see that? So what happened is, um, let me come at the level of the lung right here. So at the level of the alveoli, you have exchange of gas. When you breathe in oxygen, the oxygen reaches right here, the alveoli, and the blood through the red blood cells. At the level of the hemoglobin, you have iron. The iron will fix the oxygen and take it to all the cells. At the same time, at the level of the same alveoli, all the waste, okay, carbon dioxide is the waste from this or your tissue and cells, will also be given back and be exhaled right here. Exhale. So if the blood, follow carefully, you are not breathing properly, you don't exercise, you're not breathing deeply, what happens is the waste carbon dioxide will be built in your blood, and that's going to create what? Respiratory acidosis. It will create so much acidosis in your blood. Now the body needs to start dealing with that. It creates a deep pollution in your blood. So when we're talking about having a healthy blood, right here, it is very important that we're thinking about exercise, proper rest, okay, and everything you need, healthy food. And more than that, take care of your undigested protein. It's a huge issue. And then check your gut. If you have a leaky gut, I give an example of uh, the gluten. People say you have gluten intolerance. That should not be like that. Now, gluten should be broken down to simple amino acid and easily absorbed at the level of your small intestine. But if you are not able having enough pepsin, hydrochloric acid, also to help you to digest your protein, your gluten broken down to simple amino acid, and when you get to your small intestine have a little holes, and the long chain of protein sneak into your bloodstream. The body will react to it the same way we react to any infection because it's a strange body. Should not come there. And if that's continue, it's creating a serious reaction that's not good. The body reaction to attack that long chain protein called gluten, over the time, you're going to develop autoimmune disease for that because a constant reaction that's not normal. The body will start attacking itself, and you're going to develop autoimmune disease. So if you are not digesting your protein very well, and then you have a leaky gut, your blood will be filled with undigested protein, and you're going to run into so much issue, very serious issues. So the blood can be really filled with undigested protein, free radicals, and heavy metals, a lot of other stuff. And before you know it, we have a problem. The life is in the blood. The instant we mess up with the blood, we have a lot of issues. So we suggest use a few, change your lifestyle, get things right, exercise, make your leaky gut to repair that. The easy way to do is using cold press oil that help a lot to reverse Crohn disease, stuff like that, and much more. There's a special herb called slippery herb if you're in North America. It's one of the best, scientifically proven. You use it 3 times a day for a few weeks. You can really repair your gut very much. Okay. And you also control your diet, your lifestyle, and everything. So I have few herbs here that can help you, like burdock roots, yellow duck root, singing nettle leaves, dandelion root, chaparral, rhubarb root, and sarsaparilla. We're going to send you all these PowerPoints, so don't worry, okay? Next week, we're going to show you how and a portion you need to make everything right. You're going to be all right. Now, the lung. The easy way to cleanse your lung is to stop eating mucus-forming food, period. Stop eating bad oil and exercise properly. Remove things that are not healthy. Now, problem we have today is the food is very contaminated and become very irritating. Next to that is the allergen. We have so much in our house we should not have. For example, the carpet. You should not have carpet in your home. It carries a lot of dust. Next one, animal. Animal, the hair of your cat, you can be very much allergic to it. Okay. Then your perfume. Then the kind of soap you're using. Then if you have any gas leaking in the house, We are heavily exposed to toxins that are very harmful to our lung. And plus that, we are not exercising. Then the food, too much sugary food, too much, our food is contaminated with herbicide, pesticide, everything. And these are heavy on your lung. So correct the kind of food you're taking, eat properly, exercise heavily, let's say moderately to be much accurate, and then do things like if you have lung issue. So take a 24 ounce of lemon juice, 24-ounce ginger juice, 2 ounce of 2 cup of garlic, freshly peeled, 4 ounce horseradish, 1 ounce cocoa powder, 1 hour oregano oil, P72 super strength, 1 hour eucalyptus oil, half cup of menthol crystal, and half of cayenne pepper tincture. Tincture, we don't recommend using alcohol. You can use DMSO and vegetable glycerin to make the tincture. Okay. You blend all of these things right. If you have asthma, you're going to be taking this often. If you have asthma attack, something severe, then you're going to hold treatment and include also herbs. Then finally, the skin. Your skin is the largest organ. It's about 18% of your weight. So if you are 100 pounds, your skin is 18 pounds. 200 pounds, your skin will be 18 times 236. 300 pounds, 18 times 354. Now, here we have a serious problem when people want to lose weight. There is a very bad habit out there. Change your diet, exercise every day, and lose weight. Good. But what about the collagen? You are going to lose skin when you are losing weight. It is not healthy to break quickly, too fast. Your skin collagen like that. It's your protection. The skin does a whole lot of stuff. So we recommend you're going to lose weight fine, but how do you nourish your skin? You got to really start using things that build collagen back in your skin. So you can use things like um, silica powder, sea moss, coconut oil, vitamin C, uh, enzyme, and marine phytoplankton. You blend that things very well, you can put some date in it. Take it daily. Do it for 6 months while you are losing your weight. You're losing weight and you also regenerate your skin. That's the best way to do it. Okay? Don't just lose weight. It's a very dangerous thing. So exercise help you. We also recommend sauna. Sauna help you to sweat, how your skin really get well by eliminating toxins. And then don't be using any kind of oil on your skin. Choose natural stuff. You can infuse herb into your lotion, but stay away from toxins in the regular lotion out there. So as long as you take care of your skin, you exercise properly, taking collagen you need, you're gonna have a healthy skin also. So and then use sauna as much as you can. Not regularly. Once a week should be fine, or once a month is okay if you also exercise. So these are my suggestion for you. Next, we're going to go in detail on how to put a protocol together. How can you do a cleanse and detox program for yourself? We'll go how to detox the whole system, not just do it one by one. Do all the eight channel, cleanse them all at the same time, detox them all, and nourish the body, and regenerate the whole system. And that will help us to really prevent disease. All right. Thank you so much for your time. Now we can take few questions. Thank you again.
Thank you, Pastor. Questions? Kuasa bisa.
First, Pacha, may Asambisa, Lydia.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Pastor, and for your presentation and your advice. I want to ask if you are on medication, are you also allowed to do this kind of detox?
It depends on which kind of medication you are on. Definitely depend. Now, my suggestion will be to be very cautious. If you're on medication, You might need some guidance from somebody who knows what he's doing, someone who's trained and practice naturopathy to guide you. Um, I encourage you to be very cautious. Now, the thing is, most of the herb are food. Okay, they are food, and they will not hurt you. Um, More than 99% of herb are food. Only few herb are pure medicine. By the way, let's say this. Do we know that 75%, even more, of the pharmaceutical medicine are first made from plants? Okay, look at your aspirin. Your aspirin was first made from what is called white willow bark. That's why they made aspirin from. And then later on, they start making a synthetic form of it. So more than 75% of all the medicine you see there in the pharmacy, more than 75% are first made from plant. And then they switch and start making a synthetic form of these medicines. So the herb are food and they're also medicine at the same time. So if you are taking, for example, a blood thinner, then something like this one, let me see, this one right here, it's called a long tonic. You're going to be very cautious about this, okay? Because garlic is a blood thinner. You see, when you combine garlic and ginger, that's a strong blood thinner. So you're going to be very careful on how you're going to do it. See that? If you are having thyroid issue, for example, then you're going to avoid greens during the cleanse program. You can do sprout instead. So there will be a few caution to follow. So I will say it will be cautious if you're on medication to ask for help, for someone who is practicing natural remedy to guide you. If you ask your doctor, I'm sorry to say, your doctor never studied herbology. So you're going to tell you, don't do anything, don't touch anything. But he's cautious, and that's fine. It's understandable. Okay. So ask someone who's doing something like this to help you. All right. They don't be afraid of herb. Most of the herb are food. Only few herb are strong medicine, like uhembe, like pork or bloodroot. They are pure medicine. So you need a professional, somebody know herbology to guide you. Okay, am I clear enough?
Okay.
So we don't
Yes, sure,
encourage
Pastor. Thank
people.
you.
We don't encourage people just taking herb like that because you can have interaction between the herb and your medication. So you need guidance.
Um, can I please ask my question?
Yes, please go ahead.
Um, if your A1C is high or you're taking metformin, can it causes like frequent UTI, especially for the old age, the elderly people? And if it's the cause, what are the food and the things that she can reduce it? Because she's been taking antibiotic for a while now, frequently about every 3, 4 months, she get UTI. So can it causes that?
Of course, when you're having diabetes issue, it's really like knocking down your immune system. I would like to say this: anybody have diabetes issue? Um, I'm sorry to say this that we let me give you an example. When you was in Ghana, you have enough sunlight. You walk a little much more. You every day you move a lot. Even if you have a car, you still move a lot. You eat much better food. I'm sorry to say that. You have less stress. Okay. So you have enough sunlight, you move enough, you have better food, less stress, all of this. You come to America now. Oh, now the food is a whole lot of different, like completely different food. For most of the people, your stress level go up, and then you don't move that much anymore. Just sit in your car to go to work and come back, no exercise. So there's a huge change in your lifestyle that led you to be sick. So in Ghana, you don't have diabetes. You come to America, you start having American stress, American diet, American everything. After 10 years, you are diabetic. The normal way of thinking is what was the change in my lifestyle that led to diabetes condition? But your doctor will not do that. I'm sorry. Check your sugar level. It's too high. A1C too high. All right, put you on metformin and this and that. Let's go. How really intelligent is that? Please, no insult to any doctor. I'm very sorry, okay? I just want the people to see the logic here. If you have changed your lifestyle that led you to be sick, why will you just put on medication and there's no change really in your lifestyle? That's why people stay on medication for life. Why? No change. They don't change the root cause of the issue. Now, when you are diabetic, now everybody follow carefully. When you're diabetic, what happens is, let me see if I can share this with you quickly. When you are diabetic, oh Lord help us. It's not about the sugar. At all. The sugar level is just a reflection of the malfunction of specific organ. So if your pancreas is not working very well, your liver is not able to convert sugar into glycogen and later on convert the glycogen back into sugar. That's what we call glycogenolysis. Guess what's going to happen? So you have pancreas, the beta cell of your pancreas are not working very well. Your liver is not healthy. Your gut, there's something called GLP-1. GLP-1 in your gut regulate how much insulin your pancreas will secrete and how much of glycogen should be converted into sugar. Look at this picture right here. This is the pancreas. If you eat rice right now, that rice, most of it will be converted into sugar. Now, in the presence of insulin is secreted by the beta cell of the pancreas, okay? Now, the insulin is going to help the sugar to be used by your muscle and your cell, all of that. The tissue is going to use the sugar. The leftover of the sugar now will be converted into glycogen and stored in your liver. Tomorrow morning, how do you get energy if you want to go to run? You don't eat anything all night and wake up in the morning, you still have energy. In the morning, what happened is information is sent to the pancreas. Say, look, we don't have sugar in the blood. And then the alpha cell now, no longer the beta cell. Beta cell secrete the insulin. The alpha cell secrete glucagon. So the pancreas will let the alpha cell secrete the glucagon. This is the blue one right here, glucagon, sent to the liver, and the liver will convert glycogens back to glucose, and then glucose level in the blood go up. That's how you get energy in the morning to run, even though you don't eat anything. This is telling you a lot of people, a lot of diabetic patients have a good pancreas. A lot of them, not all of them, some of them. But they have fatty liver. So the liver is not functioning very well. It's not able to convert properly glucose to glycogen, and then later on when you need it during the fast and convert the glycogen back to glucose. So a fatty liver is a big problem for diabetic patients. Now, the doctor will cleanse your liver and heal your liver? I don't think so. Next one is your gut. The GLP-1 of your gut will regulate the way the pancreas and the liver function. So if anybody have sugar levels high, that means the pancreas is not working very well, the liver is not working very well, your gut is not working very well, and then if you are stressed out, also added to it, then much more also your cell membrane. If your cell membrane is healthy enough to let the insulin be, attached to the insulin receptor to get the sugar into your cells. You got to pay attention to these 4 factors very well. pancreas health. Okay, let's say pancreas, liver, gut, and cell membrane. If they are not functioning very well, that's what led to what? To the sugar level in the blood to be up. But what the doctor is doing, the doctor don't fix anything about the pancreas, nothing about liver, nothing about the gut. Just give you medicine to lower your sugar level. I call that disease management. You're not treating anything. You're not reversing anything at all. So what we should do for your mom is put her on a protocol where we help the liver, we help the pancreas, start healing the gut, get the cell membrane healthy, and in a few months, you're gonna see her go right back slowly, completely back to normal. It might happen that sometimes it's too late, that it's not easy to regenerate a pancreas like that, but she can live a healthy lifestyle by taking care of this organ. So what I'm trying to say is, if the sugar level is up, check the organ. Which one? Pancreas, liver, and then also your gut and the cell membrane. Check these 4 factors. You're going to see the sugar come back to normal. That's how you'll be able now to solve that UTI issue. But for now, I can say when she have UTI, take a lemon juice, ginger juice, and pour oregano oil and a little garlic into it if she's in the menopause. Okay, but she's a woman and have a period, don't take garlic. It will make you, lose too much blood. So, but lemon juice, ginger juice, and oregano oil, P73. She takes that 2 or 3 times throughout the day. In 2 days or 3 days, you're going to have the UTI gone. At the same time, get your diabetic issue fixed. How? Correct your lifestyle, change everything, fix the organ, you're going to be fine. We help a lot of people to reverse their diabetes type 2. Type 1 is much complicated. You're going to need constant medical help. I do not encourage people to give up on their medication. You got to work with your doctor. So when you change your lifestyle, change better food, drink your herbal teas, and doing things you need to regenerate, for example, the pancreas. You want to regenerate the beta cell of your pancreas, you're going to need something called marine phytoplankton. So one of the best things, have a lot of concentration of astaxanthin to help to regenerate the beta cell of your pancreas that are responsible for the secretion of the insulin. So you have to do the work to do a proper protocol with a good person who's very experienced in taking care of diabetes issue to help to reverse. So do both. Fix the diabetes issue, but in the meantime, take lemon juice concentrated, ginger pure juice. Don't buy it from the bottle, homemade. Have to be homemade. And add oregano oil. It's one of the most powerful antibiotics. It will help to correct the UTI. Okay? So thank you so much.
Okay.
Time is
So
over.
we have to end here.